everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I've been drawing for over 10 years now. I started back in middle school, and I would say that I began to really see improvement though in my drawings in senior year of high school. During that time, I attended New School for the Arts and Academics. And while at New School for the Arts and Academics, I learned a few different techniques that helped me improve my artwork. From a skill level where I only felt comfortable drawing full face portraits to a skill level where I feel comfortable drawing not just portraits, but anything. I feel comfortable drawing still life. I feel comfortable drawing figure studies, and I also feel a lot more comfortable painting. And I think I want to touch on that in another video, because something that I have learned throughout my entire time creating art is that you can't actually learn to paint until you first know how to draw, which is why I wanted to make this video. If there's anyone out there who would love help improving their drawing skills, this video is for you. So one of the techniques that I used to improve my drawing style was to turn my reference photo upside down. This not only took the pressure off from trying to make sure it's a 100% accurate photo of or drawing of a, let's say for example, portrait of Adele, to, okay, I'm just gonna focus on drawing shapes. And this is something that I'm actually teaching my students. Also, I actually don't even know if I told you guys, I'm actually an art teacher now. Hi, if you're one of my students, hi. Praise the Lord for this opportunity. Something that I've been teaching them though is to break down the photo into shapes. Because when we're new to drawing, it's pretty common to feel overwhelmed by the subject that we're drawing. Regardless of how simple it may look to intermediate artists, we all start from somewhere and we all feel overwhelmed with one or more different types of subjects. But when it really comes down to it, when it comes to drawing anything, you first need to start out by just breaking it down into shapes. So what I like to do is to draw out the general or overall shapes that I see, and one thing that helps me do that is turning the reference photo upside down, because it takes my mind off of the quote-unquote finished product and redirects my mind to the shapes that I see within that photo. Another thing that I've learned to do that has drastically impacted in the best way my art skills was turning my reference photo black and white. I used to be very intimidated by full color photographs because it would confuse me. I didn't really have the best understanding of values at that time, and so starting off with an image of a colorful photo, it really tricked my mind. I didn't know which values were placed where. I was starting to get to learn more about the value scale. I had a very little comprehension of midtones, so something that really helped me was turning my reference photos into a black and white image. And for this specific sketch that I was working on today, I actually didn't turn it into a black and white image, but that is because of practice. Once you're at a place where you're comfortable enough with your understanding of values, then you may not need to turn your photo black and white in order to create an accurate drawing of your subject. And that's awesome. But even if you're an intermediate artist, if you've been painting and drawing for years, this is a practice that is still very, very helpful. In fact, speaking of this drawing that I was working on today, yeah, it's true. I actually did not turn this into a black and white image prior to drawing it. However, with every single oil painting that I create, the reference photo that I work off of, the first thing I do is turn it into black and white. That way it helps me create the underpainting before going in and blocking it in with colors. Something that also has helped me improve my own drawing skills is carving out time each and every day to draw something, whether it's a 5-minute sketch or a 30-minute drawing. And it is such a blessing to know that regardless of how busy our lives may seem, we still have 24 hours in a day, and we could choose how we spend those 24 hours. So if building your drawing skill is something that is very important to you, then that is probably the number one thing I would focus on, is trying to carve out time every day, or at the very least every other day, to get some drawing practice in, because that not only helps you become more familiar with your chosen medium, whether it's charcoal or graphite, but it's also going to help improve your observational skills. Speaking of observational skills, another technique that I used was something that I also learned in Matthew Dixon's class while I was at New School for the Arts and Academics. It's to have your reference photo right next to your drawing. Now, in the drawing that I worked on today, my reference photo was on my computer monitor, and I was actually drawing on my sketchbook, which is on my desk. So the reference photo was not exactly next to my sketch, but instead it was on the screen and my point of view was looking down. But the reason why that technique is so beneficial is because when your reference photo is right next to your surface, the surface that you're going to draw on, it makes it 10 times easier for you to just quickly look back and forth from reference photo to drawing. And that is also something that I recommend each and every artist becomes accustomed to. Looking at your reference photo, then looking back at your surface or at your drawing. This improves your observational skills, and it also helps you see what areas of your drawing needs to be amended or modified to be accurate to a reference photo. But yeah, so those are some of the techniques that I have used throughout my drawing journey to help me improve to get from here to here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see another tips or advice video on how to improve your painting skills, go ahead and comment below. Or if you guys want to see any other videos, go ahead and comment that below. Okay, so I also almost forgot to mention, I have a Patreon page. So if you guys are interested in seeing monthly oil painting tutorials or even just charcoal tutorials, feel free to check out my Patreon page. There I will be, posting monthly tutorials, and I'll also be posting monthly reference photos. I really want to start doing giveaways, and also I'll be sharing exclusive content of behind the scenes videos and behind the scenes paintings and drawings. So yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.